Hi everyone, welcome to US Immigration Hub channel. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through the form N-400, which is application for naturalization. This is a new version of N-400 that expires on the February 28, 2027. So if you are new to this channel, my name is Liman and I make videos for a family-based immigration to simplify the immigration process for immigrant and non-immigrant visas. First of all, I am not an attorney. I am here to help you based on the experience I have with this form and also based on the instruction that comes with it. If you are new to this channel, please subscribe, share, hit notification bell, and give us a big like so YouTube can share the video with more people. So if you're ready, let's get started. As I mentioned just a while ago, this is a new version of Form N-400 that expires on the February 28, 2027. The other version is not expired yet, but do not fight it because this new version is totally different with the version that will expire on 2025. I don't know what they updated, but the other one it's still good. So my advice for you: file the new version that expires on 2027. This part right here is for USCIS use only. Do not touch it. We're gonna start where it says start here. Type or print in black ink. I always say this: you can type and print. When you print it, you can add something with the black ink, but do not correct anything that's been already typed. So now let's go to part one, information about your eligibility. Select only one box to identify the basis of your eligibility, or your form N-400 may be delayed or rejected. The first thing you need is your A number. How to find that? Check your green card. It's right here, as this one right here. As you see it, that's your A number from your green card. So, reason for filing. Please see instruction for eligibility requirement under each provisions. So, general provisions, see instruction. You're gonna go to instruction. 1A is the general provisions. Select this box if you have been a lawful permanent resident of the United States for at least 5 years. But in my case, I'm going to do 1B for my spouse, which is of U.S. citizen, spouse of U.S. citizen. Select this box if you seek to naturalize based on your marriage to a U.S. citizen. Generally, to qualify for naturalization based on marriage to a U.S. citizen, you must have a lawful permanent resident for at least 3 years. For more info, a specific instruction by item number, part 5, item number 5A to 5B. So I'm not going to go through all of them. Just I'm going to do 1B. But a lot of people select 1A for people that are a green card holder, but they've been in the United States for 5 years. So let's go to our form. I'm going to select the reason for filing is spouse of U.S. citizen. So the other one, I'm not going to touch it. So they say that I only going to select one. Now let's go to part 2, information about you, which is the person filing this petition to get a naturalization certificate. So your current legal name, do not provide a nickname. So family name, it's Bushi, that's my spouse last name. Given name, her name is Busha. And middle name, she does not have one, is Na. Other names you have used since birth. See the instruction for this item number for more information about which names to include. Family name, I put Na. But when I print it, I'm going to add a slash with a black ink right here. Or when you print it, you can put the whole Na right here. So it's up to you how you want to do it. Because Adobe does not going to let you add a slash right here. So this is why I'm doing it this way. So let's go now to part 2, information about you, person applying for naturalization, name of change. Read the instruction for this item number before you decide whether you would like to legally change your name. Would you like to legally change your name? Yes or no. If you select yes, you're gonna enter this information right here: family name, given name, and middle name. If you selected no, skip to item number 4. So for me, I'm gonna go to item number 4. So she's not gonna change her name. So USCIS online account number, she does not have one because she never filled a petition before. Gender, she's a female. Date of birth is January the 1st, 1990. So in addition to your actual date of birth, include any other date of birth you have ever used, including dates used in connection with any legal names or non-legal names and this, on the space provided in Part 14 additional information. So if you are a lawful permanent resident, provided the date you become a lawful permanent resident. So in her case, it's January 1st, 2018. Country of birth is Morocco. Country of citizenship is Morocco. So if you need if you need to add something, use additional information page. Was one of your parents, including adoptive parents, are you a citizen before your 18th birthday? In my case, is no. Do you have a physical or developmental disability or mental impairment that prevents you from demonstrating your knowledge and understanding of English language or civics requirement for naturalization? In my case, no. If you answer yes right here, submit a completed form N-648 medical certification for disability exceptions. So in my case, does not apply, so I'm not going to go through it. Social Security update. If you want to update your Social Security, this is what you do it. It will save you a trip to the Social Security Service office. So in my case, it's yes. If you answer yes, you must complete your item right here. Provide your Social Security number. It's 5555, just for learning purposes. Consent for disclosure. You must answer yes for this one to authorize disclosure of information from the application and USCIS systems to SSA as required for the purpose of assigning me as a SSN. This is very, very important. Here, both agencies talk to each other, so they know. I'm going to share my experience. My wife, they typed her last name wrong, and when I filed my taxes, they were telling me that this social security number does not match the last name we have in file. So just to give you an example. So now, if you answer here yes to item number 12A, you must answer, they told you right here, you must answer yes to item number 12C, consent of disclosure. So we did right here, yes. Part 3 is biographic information about the person filing this form. So ethnicity, not Hispanic or Latino. Race is white. Height is 5'2". Weight 150. Eye color is black. Hair color is black. Now let's go to part 4. Information about your residence. Physical addresses. List every location where you have lived during the last 5 years. If you are filing based on the general provisions under part 1, item number 1A. If you are filing based on other naturalization eligibility option, see part 4 in the specific instruction by item number. Select of the instruction for the additional period of the time which you must enter this information. If you need extra space in the space provided, part 14 additional information. So in care of name, Busha, 100 Robert Run, Indianapolis, Indiana 46, USA, is from date to present. If you need more addresses, this is where you can add them right here. Read the instructions. It's very important. They tells you everything right here. If you go, for example, to this question right here, part 4, physical addresses. Where is part 4, part 2, part 3, item, where is part 4 right here? Part 4 right here, where is it? Required, part 4, part 3, part 4, information about your residence. They told you in part 4, list every location where you live during the last 5 years if you are filing based on general provision. If you are filing as a spouse of U.S. citizen, under the item number 1B in part 1 information about your eligibility, list every location where you lived during the last 3 years. So you still here for a spouse is going to be just for the last 3 years. But if you are a green card holder, for 5 years. So is your current physical address also your current mailing address? In my case is yes. So information about your residence, continue, current mailing address, save mailing address if applicable. If you answer no right here, you're gonna answer this information in part 5. Skip. I'm sorry. If you answered yes, skip to part 5. But if you answered no, you're gonna answer it in part 4. So we're gonna go to part 5. Information about your material history. She is married to me. If you are currently married, is your spouse a current member of U.S. Armed Forces? In my case, is no. How many times have you been married? Just once. Provide your current marriage certificate and any divorce decree, annulment decree, or death certificate showing that your prior marriages were terminated. If you are filing under one of the categories below, answer item number 4A to 8. Spouse of U.S. citizen, part 1, item number 1B, or spouse of U.S. citizen in qualified employment outside the United States, part 1, item number 1D. If you are not filing under one of these category above, skip to part 6. So we're going to answer this right here. So current spouse, that's your current marriage. Now they're going to talk about the spouse, which is me. It's Baker, family name. Given name is Liman. Middle name, not applicable. I'm going to put in a right here once I print it. Current spouse, date of birth is January the 1st, 1980. Date you entered into marriage is 1st January 2020. Is your current spouse present physical address the same as your physical address? In my case is yes. When do you, if you answer no, you're gonna provide it in the part 14 additional information. When did your current spouse become a U.S. citizen? They give you options right here. By birth in the United States, you go to part 7. Other, if you are a naturalized citizen, this is where you answer it right here. That's my example. Date, your current spouse become a U.S. citizen. In my case, I got my naturalization certificate on the January the 1st, 2010. Just an example. Current spouse alien registration number. You can find it in your green card. If you don't have it, you will find it on your citizenship naturalization certificate. I'm gonna show it to you. It's right here as well. That's your A number. How many times has your current spouse been married? Once. Provide divorce decrees, annulment decree, or death certificate showing that all of your spouses' prior marriages were terminated. Current spouse, current employer, or current. You answer this question only if you are filed under part 1, item number 1D, spouse of U.S. citizen in qualified employment outside the United States. So this one is gonna, for me, is gonna be left blank because I choose my case. Item number was for me 1B. Now let's go to part 6, information about your children. Indicate your total number of children under 18 years of age. In my case 1, we have 1 child together. Provide the following information about your children identified in item number 1 for the residence and relationship columns. You must type or print one of the valid options listed. If any of your children do not reside with you, provide address where those children live in part 14 additional information. So in my case, I have only one child. It's Hannah Baker. Date of birth is January the 12th, 2023. Residence, she resides with me. Biological is my child. And are you providing support for this child? Of course, yes. That's the only child I have. Now we're gonna go to part 7. List where you have worked or attend school full-time or part-time in the last 5 years if you are filing based on the general provision under part 1. If you are, it's gonna be last 5 years, but in my case, just 3 years. As I said, read the instruction. They are very, very clear on this one. So which part right here? It's part 7. Part 7. I already went through this, part 6, part 7. See, if you are filing for a spouse citizen under the item 1B in part 1, information about your eligibility, list where you have worked or attend school full-time or part-time during last 3 years. If you choose 1B, it's 5 years. So she worked for a company called ATA, Indianapolis. State is province is Indiana. Zip code is 46257. USA. From to an occupation operator. Now let's go to part 8. List below all the trips that you have taken outside the United States during the last 5 years if you are filing based on the general provision under part 1, item number 1A. If you are filing based on other naturalization eligibility, see part 8 in the specific instruction by item number. So they give you clear instruction on this one as well. If you go to part 8 right here, if you are filing for a spouse last 3 years, if you are doing just a green card holder, is 5 years, same. So we took a trip last year. It was from June 1st to the July 1st, and the country we visited is Morocco, is my country. So now let's go to part 9, additional information about you. This is just you gotta answer these questions, yes or no, but they are very, very important. Read them very carefully and answer them how they apply for you. Have you ever claimed to be a U.S. citizen in writing or any other ways? No. Have you ever registered to vote or voted in any federal, state, or local election in the United States? If you lawfully voted only in a local election where non-citizens are eligible to vote, you might answer no. Do you currently owe any overdue federal, state, or local taxes in the United States? No. Since you become a lawful permanent resident, have you called yourself a non-resident alien or on a federal, state, or local tax return, or decided not to file tax return because you consider yourself to be a non-resident? No. As I mentioned right here, this is just question. You can answer them as they apply for you. I'm not going to go through all of them because they are a lot. So in my case, is no. This one is no. This one is no. This one is no. You know, they are different from one person to one person. They are not the same. 6A is no. 6B is no. 6C is no. 7A, no. Genocide, no. Killing or trying to kill any person, no. Just go through this question as they apply for you. So no, no, no. I answered all of them no. So that they do not apply for my spouse. I'm sorry. So additional information about you. If you answer yes to any part of item number 15 below, complete the table below which crime or offense, even if your record have been sealed, expunged, or otherwise cleared. So this is where you add these felonies right here, or crimes. So she has a clean record. She doesn't have anything, so we're not going to add anything right here. We answered no, no. So if you received a suspended sentence, were placed on probation, or were paroled, have you completed your suspended sentence, probation, or parole? In my case, is no. If you answer yes, you can add that in part 14 additional information page. So we're going to go back to question yes or no. As I mentioned before, just read them very carefully and answer them how they apply for you. So I answered all of them, yeah, no, 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 because I know my spouse and I answered them according to her statement. So we're still talking about additional information about you. It just question yes or no, 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 no. If the law requires, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction? Do non-military work that U.S. government say is important to the country? I think this one should be yes. If the law requires it, are you willing to perform work of national importance under civilian direction? Non-military work that U.S. government says it is important to the country? Yes, this one has to be yes. As I mentioned before, it's very hard. Just you must read them very carefully. See, this one I missed this one. To be honest with you, I just saw it when I went through these questions. So now we go to part 10. A request for a fee reduction. For information about fee waiver, and reduced fee, see Form G1055 fee schedule. To apply for a reduced fee, complete item number 1, 5B. If you are not eligible for a reduced fee, complete item number 1 and proceed to number 11. I'm going to apply for it. I make $60,000 a year, and we have 3. And if you check the 400% of the federal poverty guidelines, it's less than is more than $60,000. So I'm qualified for the fee for a fee reduction. My household size is 3, me and my spouse and child. Total number of household members, earning income is just me. She is not a household member. She's gonna put me right here as a household member. For the poverty guideline right here, if you check the 400% of the federal poverty guidelines, if you can see right here, for one person, this is how much you have to make. For 2 people, this is how much you make, and the 3 people, this is how much you make. So I am qualified for a fee waiver. Part 11, application, applicant's contact information, certification, and signature. So provide your daytime telephone number, mobile telephone number, and email address. This is applicant daytime telephone number, applicant email address, and applicant mobile telephone number. So the applicant signature, she's gonna sign it and then date it, or date it and then sign it, but it must be signed on the same date. So now, if you use interpreter, this is where you add the interpreter right here. Interpreter for name. Let's assume I have it right here. So you're gonna add your information right here. Interpreter family name, interpreter's given name, interpreter business organization, interpreter's contact information. So let's do that because I helped her. So let's do that. So interpreter's full name, it's Baker. Interpreter's given name is Sliman. And business is not applicable. Daytime, I have just a mobile number. It's 317-333-4444. And the email address is sb at gmail.com. So interpreter's certification and signature, I'm gonna date it. It's 05, it's May 27th, 2024. Then when I print it, I'm gonna sign it. This is for me, and her, it's right here. So we did not use any prepared part 13 contact information, certification, and signature of the person preparing this application, if other than the applicant. If you prepare this form for your spouse, on behalf of your spouse, you can enter your information right here, and you don't have to answer anything for interpreter. But in my case, she prepared this form, and I helped her, basically interpreter for her. But a lot of people do both. A lot of people, they do interpreter and they prepare. So just to save some time, and I give you idea on how to do that, we're gonna leave it like that. So additional information, if you need to add something, it is very simple, and I have a video for additional information page on my channel if you want to watch it. So this is the end of this filing of this form. Now let's go talk about the filing fee and supporting document, and then where to file. So N-4 application for naturalization filing fee. The filing fee for a general filing is paper version. Filing fee is $760. For online filing fee is $710. So they give you a $50 discount if you file online, which is good things to do. If you documented annual, if your documented annual household income is not more than 400% of the federal poverty guidelines, and you submit supporting document with your application, is $380. So if you want to get reduction on for the fee, you must file paper version. You cannot file online version. So in my case, I'm going to do paper version because it's $380. I save almost a half of the price. So if you met the requirement of the Immigration Nationality Act sections 328 or 329 with respect to military services is 0. So it does not apply for me. This is the one that applied for me right here. So I'm gonna charge $380 with my application. Now let's talk about the supporting document. As I said, it will be different from person to person. So Form N-400 checklist of required document. For a green card holder, you need a copy of your permanent resident card, back and front. Form N-648 medical certification for disability exceptions, if you use one. Material status, if you are married, you're gonna provide a marriage certificate. And if you are divorced, you're gonna provide any certificate for your marriages, divorce or you can marry. Good moral character. They're gonna tell you right here. You're gonna, for example, if been arrested or detained for any reason anywhere in the world and no charges were filed, you're gonna answer. You're gonna provide this. So this is just a general information to collect your supporting document. So all applicants must provide this. If until here, all applicants. If taxes are owed, a signed agreement from IRS or state or local tax office showing you have filed a tax return and have arranged to pay the tax you owe. Evidence for your child support, cancelled check or money order receipt, a court or agency document showing child support payment, evidence of wage, guardianship, or notarized letter from the parent or guardian who cares for your child. You know, you have to go this to get your to get your supporting documents. Trips outside, if you have taken any trips outside the United States that last more than 6 months but less than 1 year, provide evidence that you maintained your continuous residence in the United States for the required statutory period. Evidence may include, but is not limited. You're gonna all this: rent, bank account, credit card, proof of card, your passport showing entry and exit stamps, IRS tax transcript, any other document that you show that you maintain your residence in the United States. Selective service, it is very important as well. So applicants who need assistance from legal guardian, you must have this. So it's a lot of documents that you have to include. Spouse of U.S. citizen, you must select this if you are a spouse of U.S. citizen. So you know, a lot of supporting document that you need to include with your form. So I'm not going to go through all of them, but you're going to pick the one that apply for you. Now let's go to where to file. Where to file, it will depend where you live in the United States. In my example, I live in Indiana. I'm going to look for Indiana. Where is Indiana? Right here. Indiana, Indiana, Indiana. I think it's going to be, it is right here. Kentucky, Indiana. Where is Indiana? Right here. Ohio, Indiana, right here. In my case, if I'm going to use USAS Chicago lockbox, and if I use postal service, I'm going to use this address right here. If I use FedEx or UPS and DHL deliveries, I'm going to use this address right here. As I mentioned, it will depend where you live on United States. So this is the end of this video. I hope you like it. If you do, please subscribe, share, hit notification bell, and give us a big like so YouTube can share the video with more people. Thank you, and see you in next video.